Namaste, beautiful yogis. Welcome to a relaxing Hatha yoga class designed specifically to target tightness, pain, and tension in the upper back and neck area. This class is great for relieving stress and stiffness in the upper back and neck area. It can be used to relieve tension, headaches, poor posture from sitting at a desk or at a computer all day long. It's also great as a bedtime routine. For this class, you will need a block and a fitness ball. Depending on your height, the ball can be smaller or a bigger size. And you will need either a block or a book to add as a light weight for some of the back extensions. Let's begin. In a comfortable seated position, you can bring a blanket underneath your sitting bones. Bring your hands over your heart and let's inhale them over the head, clasping and turning the palms of the hands up away from us. Let's bring the hands behind the head, bending forward and reach up, reaching through the palms of the hands and back behind the head. Bring your elbows in, bending, lifting and opening the chest. Press your elbows back, shoulders back. And let's bring the hands behind the head and lift. Allowing the chest to open, we just brought a stretch in the upper back and the neck. And again, bringing the hands behind the head, elbows in, stretching the upper back here. This should feel good on your neck and upper back. And release your hands over your knees. We're gonna go for neck rolls here slowly. Feel the areas of stiffness and just linger a little longer there. Definitely do not overdo neck rolls. Do what feels right and pleasant. Do not go into the areas of pain. Be conservative in those areas. Try to work with your body, changing direction. And here we're gonna look over one shoulder and then over the other. I'm keeping my chin parallel to the floor and showing the easier version, the beginner version. And let's bend one ear over the shoulder and over to the other side, stretching both sides of the neck here. So don't crank the neck in, stretch, lengthen. Bringing one ear over the shoulder, changing sides, back to center. Let's bring the hands in front of the shoulders and we're gonna draw circles with the elbows here as shown. Big circles with your elbows. Keeping the belly in, breathe deeply. Changing direction, drawing circles with the elbows in the opposite direction. Big circles. Great. And bring the hands in front of you. Grounding the sitting bones back into your mat. Walk your hands in front of you. Getting a nice stretch through the back. Stay on your fingertips, stay light on your hands. And press your sitting bones back. Enjoy the stretch. And slowly coming back up, we're going to walk the hands over to the right side, stretching here, grounding through both sitting bones here. Stay light on your hands. Breathe into your obliques, into your back, into your hips. Slowly coming back up and over to the opposite side. Getting a stretch equally through the right and left side of your torso. Slowly coming back up out of this. And let's go to side bends. Right hand by the right hip. Extend it out. Lift the left arm up and over your head. Grounding through both sitting bones. Over to the other side, aligning the shoulder with your elbow in the same plane with your shoulder. Changing sides again. Open the shoulder back. Shoulder blades back and down. Palm of the hand down. And changing sides. Lengthening through all 5 fingers. Engage your pinkies here too. And one more time, changing sides, lengthen. Really try to ground your sitting bones down and lengthen away from your sit bones. Changing sides one more time. Relax your neck, soften your jaw, soften your tongue. Back to center. Let's bring the hands behind us, fingers pointing away from us. Walk them away from you. And here we're gonna lift the chest up towards the ceiling, opening the shoulders. Lengthen the back of your neck here, so don't crank back. Lengthen the back of the neck. Round the back, bring your hands in front of you in a circle, forming a circle. One more time, hands behind you, open the chest. Vibrant heart. Exhale, rounding the back, forming a circle with the hands really around the back. Open now, good. Hands behind you, open the chest. Enjoy this. This should feel good. And now, optional, you can lift your hips off the floor and really lift through the heart. And sit back down, rounding one more time. And here we're gonna twist side to side, still rounding the back and over to the other side. Try to find the places that feel right for you in all this bending. Great, hands on the knees, chest open, shoulders down and relaxed. Bring the right hand behind you, left hand on the left knee and look behind you over the right shoulder, twist. Lengthening through the crown of the head, the spine is elongated, belly in. Change sides, right hand on the right knee, left hand behind you, look over your left shoulder. Lengthen through the crown of the head, relax the shoulders. And again, soften your jaw. And this time you're gonna bring the left hand on your right knee, look over your right shoulder, twist. Relax the shoulders. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Change sides. Right hand on the left knee, look over your left shoulder. And coming back to center, bring your hands over your knees and we're gonna do rotation. Circular movement around the base of the spine. Going in one direction, clockwise. Rounding the back, opening the chest. Reversing the direction, counterclockwise. Do what feels right here. Round your back, open the chest, move intuitively. Find what your body needs. Listen to your body. Keep your jaw relaxed, your gaze relaxed. Great. And we're gonna face the front of the room here. Bring the hands at the front of your mat. Coming onto all fours here. Spread the fingers wide open. and come into downward facing dog. I'm demonstrating the beginner version with the knees bent, heels off the floor, shoulders away from the ears, rotating the triceps inward towards the ears. Really press into each and every knuckle of each and every finger here. Spread the fingers wide open, planting the thumb into your mat. Lift your tailbone as high as you can, hips as high as you can. Slowly working on lowering the heels down over time. And let's look between the hands, bring the knees on the floor, coming onto all fours, round the back. Pulling the belly in, navel in towards the spine. And from here we're gonna lower onto our bellies, lay down, reach your hands in front of you, bring your elbows back in towards you, Sphinx pose. So shoulders are opening and the space between the collarbones is pressing open. Lengthen the back of your neck, stretch here. Extend the tailbone down to protect your lower back and therefore protect your upper back as well, as everything is interconnected, as we know. Shoulders relaxed. Great. Hands underneath the shoulders and elbows in, open cobra pose. Tuck the tailbone under, release the head back down. One more time, open cobra, elbows in to align the shoulders properly. Release. One more time, open cobra, lengthen the back of your neck here. Exhale down. Tuck your toes under and come up onto your knees, sit back in child's pose. Allow your shoulders to drop here heavy. Relax your face muscles. Allow your sitting bones to sink back, drop back onto your heels or towards your heels. You can keep your knees slightly apart here. Breathe. Come back to a nice, calm, deep breath. And slowly coming up. Here we're gonna reach and grab our ball and our block. You can have a book instead of a block. Great, bring your ball in front of you and you're gonna bring here your belly and chest on the ball, holding the block in front of you. You can support yourself with your toes. You can even bring your toes on a wall behind you or a table. And let's lift the block above us and lower down. Lift and contract your back muscles. Lower down. Lift. This is strengthening your back. Lift. Lift. And again, lifting. Lift and feel your upper back working here. If you do precise moves here, you are gonna feel the strengthening effect. Hold. And bring the block back down. Relax. In the next exercise, we're gonna bring the hands, thumbs, and index finger touching, forming a diamond shape between the hands, and we're gonna bring the elbows out in the same line with the shoulders, in the same plane, and down, contracting the lats, latissimus dorsi. 8 reps of this. Keep everything in the same plane here. Move consciously, contract your lats. Great, release. And you can rest on the ball. And let's prepare for the next exercise. Y raises, we're just gonna have the ball underneath our hip bones and underneath our bellies, and we're gonna reach up 8 times, raising the arms in a Y letter shape, contracting, feeling the upper back working. This is great for strengthening the upper back and correcting bad posture over time. You can also eventually add weights to this exercise to make it more and more strengthening over time. Knees are optional either on the floor or off the floor. Hold, rest. And let's prepare for the next exercise. We're going to turn around and bring the ball underneath our mid back, upper back. Grab your block and bring your block above your head. So your back is in a back extension. You can lower your body towards the floor, reaching with the hands over the head in a back bend. Roll so that the ball comes between the shoulder blades, underneath the upper back and neck. Feel that opening your chest and opening, stretching, aligning your upper back. And you can go into a back bend here, straightening the legs, straightening the knees, and lowering the block down towards the floor. This is a mild back bend, very therapeutic. It should feel very good. And slowly roll out of this, lowering the sitting bones down towards the floor. And let's bring the block underneath the head, elbows back, aligning with the shoulders. Sitting here, opening the chest. The block is just allowing your head to relax, your neck to relax. Great, we're done with our ball. And you can put your block away. And let's move on to the next exercise. Bring your hands behind you one more time. And we're gonna lower the knees side to side. Here your knee is touching the sole of your foot. Right knee to the left foot. Twist and look over to your right and switch sides. Left knee into the right foot, sole of the foot. Look over to your left. And coming out of this, we're gonna bring the hands at the front of our mats and take downward facing dog one more time. Feet are hip width apart, hands are shoulder width apart. You can bend your knees and straighten the back. Great. Lower the knees back down on the floor. One more back bend here. Lower your chest down towards the floor, hips over the knees, looking ahead of you, hands in front of you. You don't have to go very deep here. Your chest can be off the floor. Or if you're very back bendy, you can bring it on the floor, heart on the floor. Soften your upper back here. Allow your back to soften. Allow for a back extension to occur. Allow it to deepen. Coming out of this, let's bring the hands down on the floor. Thumbs are touching and forming somewhat of a diamond shape between the index and thumb fingers of both hands. And let's keep the right hand on the floor, bring the left arm up. And now we're gonna bring the left shoulder on the floor, back of the shoulder on the floor, back of the head on the floor, gliding the arm as far out as you can. And the right arm can be either on the floor or you can reach up and over and grab the left inner thigh. Here we're stretching the back of the shoulder, upper back, neck. There is a twist, abdominal twist, spinal twist. Overall, a very therapeutic pose. You can come back to it often. Great. Slowly take your time coming out of this, reversing the movements, reaching up with your left arm. Bring it back down on the floor and over to the opposite side. Right arm reaches up, glide it underneath your left shoulder to bring the back of the shoulder on the floor. You can reach with your left arm up and over the head and grab the opposite inner thigh or hip, whatever you can reach. Relax the back of your head. Slowly coming out of this, and let's reach back up with the right hand, hands reaching away from each other. Release the hands on the floor. And let's go for rabbit pose. We're gonna grab our feet, bring the forehead as close to the knees as possible and roll on top of the head and back. Don't put a lot of weight on your head. The weight is on the legs. Stretching here the back of the neck and the upper back. Rolling past the top of the head here. Rounding the back. And when you're done with this pose, you can rest in child's pose. Allowing the shoulders to be completely relaxed. Allowing your eyes to soften, eyelids to soften. Do not support your shoulders here, let them drop. Breathe into the space between the shoulder blades. Inhale your hands over your head. Slowly come up. And let's sit. And slowly lower yourself Down onto your back. Bring the right knee into your chest. Bring the right knee across into a supine twist. Right shoulder on the floor, look over to your left. Soften the belly, exhale here. Feel your body melting into the floor. Slowly coming out of this, and let's bring the left knee into the chest and across from the body. Look away from your left knee over towards the left shoulder, left hand fingertips. This is a full rotation of the spine all the way into the neck. Great. And let's come out of it. Bring your knees into your chest, hug your knees into your chest, give yourself a big hug, and you can rock side to side here, massaging your back, relaxing. Again, softening the jaw, softening the eyelids, keeping the tongue off the palate. The back of the head is wide on the floor. Great, last exercise. We're gonna bring the hands to hug our shoulders, and we're gonna roll the hips side to side or in a circular motion, and you will feel this massaging your upper back. So the hips are lifted off the floor and you're moving side to side. You can be drawing figure eights with your hips or just circles. Opposite hand to shoulder. Feel free to do this throughout your day whenever you feel tension in your upper back. Great. And we're coming to the last relaxation. For this class, lay down, soles of the feet together, allow the knees to drop out to the sides, open the arms out to the sides, palms of the hands facing up, chest open, face relaxed. And stay here for a few moments, allowing your body to completely relax, allowing your mind to be empty, allowing your heart to be open.